What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Dreamin', so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, let's talk about vouchers, because the new card, the new voucher promo card, Keelan Gaines, I believe is the name, it has been out for less than a week, and we've already burned over 2 million vouchers. Again, if my memory serves and I'm doing my math correctly, we were at like 15.9 million before Keelan Gaines came out. We're sitting at 13.9 now, which means that we've burned 2 million. And over the course of the entire run of this card, which is going to be for 3 months, of which we're less than a week in, we need to burn 3.6 million. Now, this always happens where we go hard and heavy first, and then it just kind of slowly and steadily peters out until the end, and we get a final date, which will probably be sometime in June. But the fact that we're off to a hot start is good. Like, I thought the card was good. I didn't think it was great. I haven't really heard much feedback on it, but if people are enjoying it and they need to get this card at max level ASAP, I'm all for it. I think that's fantastic. And we've seen the voucher price respond accordingly. I mean, I saw this as high as 2.5 cents. I know the chart here is showing it as high as 3 cents, which is kind of wild. But you know what? Again, I will take it. I love seeing scarcity in vouchers. So, all that being said, and hopefully once we get Keelan Gaines, the amount of BCX printed, we'll do a little follow-up on that. But all that being said, I started thinking through how we could add additional utility for vouchers. And again, I know we did our best to scale back utility from vouchers so that they didn't take extra utility away from DEC. So I'm not looking to just throw it out there willy-nilly. But I do think that there are ways in which we could add additional benefits. In the past, I've talked about that when cosmetics and skins are available, right? What do they call it? Glamour. When glamour and cosmetics are available for cards, it will be cool if the associated glamour for whatever cards that we have, and I don't know if they would backdate it, so something like for Mana Warden and Ulfka, right? Man, all these names are awesome. But Mana Warden and Ulfka, if you'd be able to get cosmetics for them, have those be available in vouchers. So that's not necessarily anything new. I've talked about that in the past, and I would hope that when we do get to glamour and cosmetics, which ideally will be sometime this year once Conclave Arcana is out. We know that they pushed that to Q2, Q3. So if that does happen, then we'll see that there. But one thing that they're doing with Conclave Arcana, which they mentioned on the recent town hall, is new foils. And so obviously for Keelan Gaines is a Rebellion set card. It is the last Rebellion set card as it was announced. But for future cards, if there are going to be different foils, and the example that I'll give here is Diamond, right? We already have regular foil and gold foil, but there will be potentially a new foil in the future called like a Diamond foil. And again, I'm just using that name as a placeholder. I've talked about in the past and in previous videos, and Matt kind of alluded to it. We don't have the details yet, but that land would be somehow involved in shaping that. And my guess was that we would potentially see a diamond potion in the same way we see an alchemy potion, which increases your ability to get what's that called? Or not your ability, but your chances to get a gold foil. I think it goes from like 2% to 4%. And so if you're able to do that with gold foil, then we can do something like that with a potential diamond foil card. And I would love to see that not necessarily be paid in vouchers, but I think there should be like an extra fee. Now, I know people are all like, oh, wait, you know what? Why are you making things more expensive? That's not what we want. This is just arbitrarily inflationary in terms of prices. And that's not what I'm getting at here, nor am I trying to take anything away from land. So as it stands right now, if we were to use Keelan Gaines as an example, and again, I don't think Keelan Gaines should be eligible for this because Keelan Gaines is a Rebellion set card. But in the future, if you wanted to get a diamond foil, copy of the card, what I think that you should be able to do is you can use one of those diamond potions that gets created on land, and then if you use it for each one that you use, maybe you have to, or every time you use one, you have to use a voucher, right? And again, so it's like increasing the cost of something like Keelan Gaines from 100 vouchers to 101, which may not seem like a big deal, but I think on the aggregate, it would add a lot of additional value and utility. Now, for the people that want the cards, they're going to complain and say, well, oh, After Sound, you don't go for these cards anyway. So of course, you want the prices to go up. And again, it's not about the prices going up. I think the base price of the card should remain the same. But if we are going to have these chase cards, and specifically the chase foils around specific cards, then yeah, I think you go in, you get the potion, and then you just pay an extra voucher fee. Now, people will look at that and immediately say, well, I'm already paying extra for the potion. Why? And that value goes back to landholders. That goes to players. So why would I pay one else for vouchers? Again, I know it is somewhat arbitrary, but the idea is you are increasing the demand for vouchers there in a hopefully natural way. And it doesn't add to the cost for those that just want to go and get the base card, and that could include gold foil as well, right? And I don't even think you can use. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you can use alchemy potions. So again, this is just an idea based on the most recent town hall where Matt talked about adding in foils. And so if we're able to get a diamond foil, and maybe there will be multiple foils, right? Maybe there will be a diamond foil and a platinum foil or a rainbow foil. I don't know, whatever like kind of different foils they might add. If we get the associated potions for that, and then have an associated voucher cost with that, I think that would be cool. But again, that's just me. I'm always trying to find utility for vouchers just because we print 40,000 of them per day. I will say this, though. Seeing the cards that have come out get better and better and start to raise the value of vouchers is heartwarming for me, right? It's awesome. But as always, with stuff that is associated around those cards, I think there are ways in which we can make vouchers even more scarce. Now, the idea isn't to drive the cost of the cards to insane levels, but if that ends up being a byproduct because of the demand, we've seen that be a very successful marketing or form of marketing in the past, where the cost of these cards are just absolutely wild. And the rarity of them and the scarcity of them as well. Imagine if you're the only one that has a diamond foil voucher promo card. That would be pretty cool. And would you be willing to pay an extra voucher per thing plus the potion in order to get it? I don't know. There might be an opportunity there. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.